How do you create a gitignore file in GitHub in Visual Studio Code? What is a gitignore file? There are many files that you may not want to commit to your repository or sync. These can be large files, hidden files, or files that change all the time. Often you also don't want to sync all your node packages. In this case, if I click on source control in this repository, you can see .dsstore. This is a Mac specific file that I don't want to sync. In order to not have that sync, I'm going to create a gitignore file. Select Files, then the new file icon, and type .gitignore. This is a special file that Git uses to ignore files in your repository. But what do we type here? At a minimum, if I just want to not show this file, I can type in .dsstore. So now it will ignore this file. If I save that, notice that it moves that from the changes that are noticed. It only notices the gitignore file. So I can just say add gitignore and then commit that change, and then I can sync it. But there's going to be many other files that you may want to ignore. These could be specific to your project or specific to your operating system. There are many templates for gitignore files. GitHub has a complete collection of gitignore files. There are many different gitignore files that you can use for your particular project and programming language. But for right now, we mainly just want to ignore the operating system files. There are also many websites that will show you typical gitignore files for your operating systems. I'm working on a Mac, so if I type macOS, it'll show me the different things that I may not want to include. So I can go ahead and just select all these, copy, go back to Visual Studio Code, and then add them to my gitignore file. Notice that dsstore is here twice, so I can delete the first one. If I save this, it's going to have another commit, and I'll say updated gitignore. Commit and sync the changes. If I'm not using macOS, I could type Windows and then see the gitignore file that is recommended for Windows. Go ahead, highlight it, and then add it to your gitignore file and sync those changes. Now you know how to create a gitignore file for GitHub so you don't sync unnecessary files to your repositories. Happy coding!